Hello everyone, today in this video I am going to cover about half wave rectifiers. So in that half wave rectifier, what are the contents we'll see now. First we'll see about some important parameters of a rectifiers. Next, half wave rectifier, derivation of ripple factor. Next, derivation of efficiency related to the half wave rectifier we'll see in this video. Last video I have explained about the RPS. In that RPS it consists of the rectifier, filter and regulator. One by one we'll see about all the components of the RPS. First we'll see about the rectifier. In that rectifier, types are there: half wave rectifier and the full wave rectifier. First tell me what is a rectifier. It converts the AC to DC. Some applications we need a DC supply, but where supply is AC means we have to convert that AC to DC. So only we are using the rectifier. What are the important parameters related to that rectifier we'll see now. First is a ripple factor. Ripple factor is nothing but it's defined as the ratio of RMS value of AC component to the DC component. Means whatever the output you are getting, it will be not in the pure DC from the rectifier circuit. Some amount of ripple will be there. That is the definition, is the ratio of RMS value of AC component to the DC component. Next, efficiency. We all know that efficiency is always output by input. What is the output here? DC is our we require output and input is the AC. So it is a output by input. Next, one more parameter is peak inverse voltage. It is defined as the what? Maximum reverse voltage that a diode can withstand. Means if you reverse, the diode is working in the reverse bias condition. If you are applying the voltage, but if you exceed some value, then the diode may damage. So how much, up to how much the diode can withstand, that is called as the peak inverse voltage. Next, ripple frequency. It is just frequency of the rectified output. Whatever the little bit again AC component will be there in the DC, that is a ripple frequency. See, this is a rectifier circuit diagram and their waveform. It consists of the first step down transformer. It is AC. Our required is output is DC. Here we are using one diode and this is our load resistor RL. If you are applying the input, then what happen? Assume it may be 230 and is stepping down by using this step down transformer. During AC always will be in the positive and negative half cycle. If it is in the positive half cycle, what happen? This will be plus and this will be minus. Plus to the anode. What is the meaning of that? It is a diode is in the forward bias condition. So that time it will be conducting the current. So only during positive half cycle output we are getting. But what happened during this negative half cycle? During the negative half cycle, this side will become negative and here it will become positive. That time negative to the anode means it is in the reverse bias. The diode will not work in the reverse bias condition. It will not conduct. So that time your output will be down. So only it's not 100% DC output you will be not getting in the half wave rectifier circuit, because it works only during the conducts only during the positive half cycle. Again, to overcome this we are using the full wave rectifier, that I'll explain in the next video. So this is about the rectifier circuit diagram and their waveforms. Next we'll see some parameters. Ripple factor. What is the ripple factor? Just now I told it is a RMS value of AC component to the DC component. So what is the I RMS square is equal to I square DC plus I square AC. Again some formulas. I AC, AC component. Okay, that is square root of, if you are deriving from this, I AC square is equal to I RMS square minus I square DC. Again square root will come if you remove this squaring. This side it will be shifted to the square root. Next, ripple factor IAC divided by IDC. IAC we got as a I square RMS minus I square DS and IDC is as it is. For half wave rectifier, remember always just general formula, standard formulas. IRMS will be always Im by 2 and IDC is always Im by pi. Okay, this is a IDC, and this is RMS. You have to substitute this IM, RMS and IDC in this equation. That time you will be getting a, if you are substituting, then what will happen? IRMS, IM by 2 whole square, I square DC, IM by pi whole square. Again IDC, if you're cancelling and all, if you're doing all those things, IDC and all, you will be getting cancellation and all. That time you will be getting the ripple factor as a 1.21. Always remember, ripple factor of half wave rectifier is 1.21. Next we'll see about the efficiency. What is the efficiency? Efficiency is equal to output power divided by input power. Output power is, we know that power is equal to V square by R or I square into R. Here in terms of V square we are taken V square DC divided by RL. Here V RMS square divided by RL, because the input is our AC. AC means you have to use always RMS value. VDC you can calculate by one general formula, 1 by T 0 to T V of T. Okay. Again VDC is equal to 1 by 2 pi. 2 pi means time period is 2 pi. Why? Because 360 degree. Pi is 180 degree. So 2 pi. T is we taken as a 2 pi here. Again 0 to 1 Vm sin omega t dt. Again 0 pi to d 2 pi 0 dt. Why? Because up to 0 to pi it is a 1 up to positive cycle, it is a working, conducting. So that time your voltage value is Vm sin omega t dt. From pi to 2 pi, it is not conducting, so only voltage is given as a 0, because negative half cycle, the half wave rectifier is not working. If you are doing simplification of that, sine, integration of sine is minus cos. So Vm by 2 pi minus cos of omega t into 0 to pi time period. If you are substituting cos of pi minus cos of 0, you have to substitute integration. Vm by 2 pi minus of minus 1, cos pi is minus 1 minus cos 0 is 1, because again minus here, so minus. So you will be getting Vm by pi 0.318 Vm. Again if you are simplifying, you will be getting the 0.45 Vrms. Still it is there. We only calculated what? VDC. You have to substitute to that equation. VDC we calculated, no, that equation you have to substitute in the efficiency. Again now we calculated the VDC. Now we will calculate the below one, Vrms. How we are calculating Vrms? Again formula, square root of 1 by t 0 to pi v square of t dt. 1 by t again time period 2 pi 0 to pi Vm square sin square omega t d. Again it is pi by 2 to pi 0 to d omega t. If you are doing all those simplification, if you will be getting a Vm by 2 as a Vrms. So Vm by 2. See here, last value Vm by 2. You have to substitute the Vrms and VDC value in the efficiency equation. Then we will be getting the efficiency as a 40.6%. It is a very less efficient, because it is only conducting during only positive half cycle. Sorry. So only it is a less efficient. Only efficiency will be getting the 40.6%. To overcome this, we are using the full wave rectifier. Thank you.